Hello, gamers. It's time for some FTL. It's FTL Friday, which unfortunately doesn't sound as good as it sounds in my head. Maybe Faster Than Light Friday sounds better. We'll see. We will see. Early gaming hours, that's correct. That's how you know the sleep schedule is not optimized. In fact, you could even say it's a bit out of sync. But hopefully I'll be able to fix that soon enough. Hey people, gaming here. Or, hey people, certified gamer here. Hello gamers. I liked the part where he said, it's gaming time, and then he gamed all over the place. This is peak humor. This is what comedy's actually going to be in a few years. Just you wait. You're going to be scrolling through your YouTube shorts, your YouTube feed, and everyone's going to be like, man, when the gaming is sus. No, I'm just kidding. That's what it already is. It's already like that. I have reservations against Seth. Reservations like reservations at a restaurant? Or do you just mean that you have reservations about him? I mean, I don't know what his character is like off camera. I mean, he makes videos. The videos are good. Who he's like as a person? No idea. I get here and I hear sus. What is this? This is perfectly normal. I don't know what you're talking about. Nobody said sus. Nobody said amogus. You must be hearing things. New Star Sector update looks different. Yes, of course. This is the Star Federation mod. Alright, we're going to move away from that conversation. Yeah, I'm going to be doing the Federation Cruiser today. I think it's pretty good. The artillery beam can be pretty useful in the late game, even though it's pretty terrible in the early game. Let's go with the Weeping Pulsar. That sounds kind of cool. Roper. What kind of name is Roper? Is he about to rope somebody? That's odd. Why the ship looks sus? That is a great question. That is a great question. I'm sure that when the Federation was designing this cruiser, they had only the purest of intentions. And to insinuate that there's something strange about this shape, this particular shape, that's just insulting. Oh, it's Penny Skinus. I mean, yeah, you could say that this is a Penny Skinus. It's one way of looking at it. I almost forgot to put it on hard. I promise that's not a joke. Rebels, it's the feds. Open up! Yeah, let's just get it started. Alright. Federation Cruiser time. Yeah, which pulsars are actually like a hazard in Advanced. They weren't in the base game. Let's see, how do I want to shuffle these around? Probably going to have this guy here. Look, the crew just have it hard for the rebellion. Exactly. You know, they need a little bit of tough love. We're going to be a little hard on them. What can I say? Yeah, I think this is a better setup. Right, because ideally we don't want the pilot... Like a rock all the way out here is a bit terrible. Because if he needs to move anywhere, he's going to take forever. So instead put the Mantis out here because he's really fast. That seems to make sense. And then put the NG here because he's in the middle of the ship and he's going to have to move around. Partly because, you know, shields is kind of the least important skill to, system to man. So if he has to move around to repair things, we're not missing out on much. And being in the middle of the ship, he can get everywhere relatively quickly. Then you just put the rock on the captain's seat so that hopefully he doesn't have to move even if he takes damage, thanks to all that extra health. And then the human can go on the engines. Hey, Big Brain, what you doing? Well, we're playing FTL today, Michael. Oh boy, I love the funny laser boat. It is a good laser boat. That artillery beam definitely gets a lot better at the higher levels, though. Like at max level, it's shooting like 2.5 times faster. It's pretty big. It's pretty huge. In the early game, it almost doesn't do anything. The Federation, like having the access to that artillery beam, kind of gives it an interesting. It kind of makes your runs a bit interesting because you don't actually need to find good weapons. If you can just dump enough scrap into your artillery beam, you can rely on that to carry you, and then just upgrade your defenses. Now, ideally, you would find some good weapons beforehand, but if you just find nothing, then you can kind of make it work. So obviously we're off to a great start here. Just fantastic. Couldn't pay it even if I wanted to. But I really, really don't. Too bad. You will regret this decision. Yeah, I don't think I will. Yeah, says the guy who puts purple paint on everything. You think I'm going to be threatened by you? Are you threatening me? In Skechers? Come on. If base game is 10 out of 10, then Multiverse definitely brings it up to 11 out of 10. I haven't actually tried the Multiverse, although it does seem like it goes really far and changes a lot, along with adding a lot of new content. Maybe one day I'll try the Multiverse. Man, am I even going to keep any permanent damage, or do they have like they've got to have... Yeah, they've got to have some kind of repair drone. Man, the riveting gameplay. Although at least, look, the artillery beam's doing something. Very good. Very nice. Now, hold on, I want the NG to get the XP here. There we go. Send everyone back. Yeah, I'm not getting any... They've got to have some kind of repair drone, because I was not getting any permanent damage anywhere. Now, if you could just hit, please. Thank you. There we go. Took you guys long enough. Couldn't you die a little sooner for me? I've got places to be. I've got rebels on my tail. You know, it's a little inconsiderate for you to hold out for so long. Yeah, obviously I'm going to attack. What else am I... So the ion is not a problem. Well, actually, either one of these by themselves is not a problem. In fact, I'm probably going to leave the drone alone just so I can farm up some evasion. I don't think I have enough time to turn this off. They're about to hit, yeah. It's going to hit like right about the same time. If you could get that back online as fast as possible, that would be great. Okay, there we go. So, I mean, ideally what I would do here is I would actually not kill the drone and instead farm up a little more evasion. But I'm not going to do that because that would take a while. So let's just kill this thing. Well, hello gamers. Hello, East Diripiot. Or as we like to say, Eastern Drip. And by we, I mean I like to say that. Nobody else says that. It's just me. But I like to phrase it as we because then it makes it sound like I'm not just a crazy person making stuff up. Yeah, I'm probably going to curve downwards. Oh wait, no. Never mind. Wow, these are some pretty awkward jumps. I should have thought of this ahead of time, but it looks like this is actually the only... These are the only two spots where you can cross over. Huh. And even if I go here, I can't reach... Wow, these are really awkward. Well, here we go. Yeah, we'll try to shield them. Oh no, they died. Anyways. Hello, gamers. Yes, hello, Mancinello. Equipment for sale. Well, I don't really need that, do I? I mean, it's got pirate markings. Let's just kill them. I have no ethical concerns here. None. Let the nerds at the Academy debate the ethics of a first strike against the pirates. I'm just going to kill them. We're the good guys, by the way. Let's see. Yeah, that's good enough. Now we can go after their shields. Arty Beam is a guaranteed button as long as you can stall long enough. Pretty much. It is nice to have, like, some guaranteed firepower. The fact that it just straight up ignores shields. Which I guess it would have to, because you don't get to control when it shoots. No, I'm not going to accept surrender. Die. You're going to drop more... Your loot bag is going to contain more loot if I kill you instead of just letting you surrender. Yeah, well, when I say loot, it's going to contain lower numbers of resources, but higher scrap. And that's a trade-off I'm willing to make. Yeah, so I'm going to jump here, then here, and then I'm going to try and... Okay. That's the plan. Really? It serves no purpose, huh? Well, that's just fantastic. Okay, so they're already trying to jump away. They're not even trying to fight. They're just... And they're just running immediately. I know. I'm pretty intimidating. I would run from me, too. But that is kind of annoying, because they do have a missile, and I would like to hit their weapons. But if they're charging, then I want to disrupt that as fast as possible. So I guess engines? Or piloting, in this case. Oh, and they've also got boarding. Invader class, yeah. I never really pay attention to that, but I guess it probably does mean something. Oh, and of course, not only they've teleported, they've got cloning, so if that guy dies, he's totally fine. Right. Okay. I guess I'll go after their weapons next, because I don't like the missile. Why did you bother teleporting away when you have a cloning? I don't think they thought that one through. That's a bit weird. Any chance of more money fish in the near future? Yeah. Like the Master of Orion 2 video didn't get as many views. It got like the lowest number of views of the last 10 videos because YouTube tells you all that. But you know, just because it got the lowest views doesn't mean I'm not going to do it, because the people who did watch it did like it, and I do like playing the game, so that's what yeah, I'm going to make more of that. And of course, more Star Sector at the same time. Now that everyone is here, I would like to address the rumors that I'm secretly bankrolling Mr. Big Brain by saying that I'm hungry for more AI cores. What do you mean by that? Oh wait, no, I meant to target their piloting here, oops. Oh, and one cooler guy, again, with the 50 gifted subs. I'm just assuming that the reason he's asking for AI cores is because he's got a colony, and that's what he's got some kind of colony, clearly violating the treaty after the second AI war by filling it to the brim with AI cores. And that's where he's getting all this money from, because this... He's gifted, like, what, 250 memberships by now? Absolutely incredible. Thank you again, One Cooler Guy, but just so you know, I have tipped off the local hegemony authorities, and they will be investigating your colony soon enough. So, you know, keep a heads up for that. I mean, I didn't watch it, but I'm for you to play whatever you like. I'm watching you, not for Star Sector. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I mean, as much as I do like Star Sector, I'm probably going to get burnt out just playing only that one game. Which is partly why I'm streaming FTL right now. Because it's also a good game. Alright, now let's try to get the XP over on the Mantis. There we go. And let's just heal up after that intense battle. No, we went over this. AI cores eat other AI cores to get stronger. I see. Lubber. Man, the notifications are still going. It's not just like doing it all at once. It seems like it's taking its time. I mean, this is probably just Omega. Yeah, that's true. That's a good theory. Like, we've got to come up with some theories on this, who this cooler guy is. If that even is his real name. I mean, he could be using an alias for all I know. But lying on the internet? Do you think somebody would do that? Chat, is this gaming? Man, I don't like using the word chat to talk about chat. Funny enough. But at the same time, it's so ingrained in the culture that I think it's kind of funny. Being like, yo, chat, are we cooked? Yo, look at that weapon he's got. Chat, are we cooked? Oh my god. Chat, is this real? Freddy Fazbear just donated a Burst Laser Mark II to my Federation cruiser. Chat, is this real? Christ. Sometimes even I am frightened by just the sheer comedy that I'm able to achieve. It's truly just out of this world. Sometimes I wonder if I'm even human. Chat, it's so over. Yo, chat, it's so back. Slavery? Yo, look at this dude. He's doing slavery. Chat? What do you think, chat? Type L for slavery. Okay? Slavery, that's a big L. Okay, guys? We don't do slavery around here. I know, it's like a brave take, chat, but like, come on, we gotta get some L's for slavery here. Yeah. Look at that pirate fighter. Look at how many L's you're getting. You're kind of getting owned right now. Fuck. Yeah, you can't spell slavery without a big fat L. You know what's not in slavery? W. That's right, it's got the L but no W. Just like in real life. I mean, it doesn't really matter what I attack right here. Yeah. This guy's putting the L in slavery. Oh god, that reminds me of that one clip. I don't know the context of it, but it's just like some guy, he's like, today's lesson, and then he drinks a long swig from his coffee mug, and he's like, and then turns to the camera. Slavery. I don't know the context for that, but the delivery is hilarious. Man, this is so annoying, I swear. I swear, when you're on hard, every ship in the early game has that one extra bar for their shields. Every single one. Without exception. Ooh, that's not good. That was like 4 damage, and it's about to be 5. Probably hit their weapon. Oh, no, it was only 4. That's a decent chunk of fuel. I think I'll take that. Because I would get like 7 more scrap if I killed them, but I would get only like 1 fuel and 1 missile instead. So I think that's a case where I'll take the surrender. Yes, of course, the classic meme. This guy wants the slaves to be free. This guy wants the slaves to be free. Wink, wink. Context? Who needs context? Just say the most sus things. What's the worst that can happen? Yo, guys, I know... Look, I know I might have said a few slurs here and there, but trust me, you've got to watch the full context, okay? It was so much better in context. I might have said, and then you watch the context and it's even worse. That sort of thing. Yes. I can escort you. I think... Wait, can I do 4? Probably... No, I can probably only do 3. If slaves are bad, then why is Rimworld so good? You know, that's really the kind of question that everyone needs to be able to answer. Otherwise, I mean, yeah, that's just intellectually dishonest. If you cannot answer, if slavery bad, then how is Rimworld so good? That's true. That's true and real. I mean, some of these are okay. How good is the scrap repair arm, or the repair arm? Because I know it does reduce your scrap collection, but gives you free repairs. Someone's probably done the math on this, and it's either really good or it's not very good. I don't know. Repair arm is a trap. Yeah, I don't really use it, and I don't think I've ever regretted not taking it. If slavery is bad, then why am I so rich? I don't know, guys. It's benefiting me. How can it be bad? It's like, I'm benefiting. Like, look at all of this, the numbers in my bank account. They just keep going up. If it's so bad, then why would the number go up? I mean, really, there's a lot of outrage over nothing when you think about it. I mean, there's nothing wrong with getting more NG here, I think. I would have liked if there was, you know, weapons or something, but I'm not going to be using a boarding drone. That's, yeah, those are always pretty underwhelming. They feel really powerful when the AI uses against you, but when you use it against the AI, it feels super underwhelming. Especially when it's 3 power. Second shield first, yeah, I guess so. At this point, yeah, I think I would do this. And then I can just move the oxygen over to engines if I need to dodge. And then I can go to the store, grab a second NG, because these guys are really good to have. And then finish up these repairs, because they're cheap. And call it a day. I think that's a good grab. As much as I want to grab some of these augmentations, in the short term, I think I'm going to get more value out of this NG. Boarding drone. More like boring drone. Absolutely. This is correct. Have I... Now, Mr. Radio, that is a very complicated way of asking the question. But no, I haven't used Multiverse before. I have not tried that mod. I probably will, eventually. And by eventually, I mean, I have no idea. But it's not off the table. It's just, I haven't... the base game is already pretty good, and I've only played it a few times. On the channel, anyways. I mean, of course, I upgrade the shields, and the first thing that happens is I go up against a ship that has a missile and just doesn't care. I really should have put that point into engines there, but, oh well. You know, 1 point of damage ain't a big deal. Big money. There we go. Yes, I timed it perfectly. Okay. Am I playing with mods? No. Currently, this is just unmodded FTL. Hi, John FTL. Love your Mutu mid. Well, thank you. I do plan to make more of those. Yeah, of course I'm going to demand the surrender of their goods. Give me the juice. Of course, they're going to run away because it's just a refitted civilian ship, but we're going to make sure that they don't succeed. I think I'll just switch over to that. We'll lose a little bit of oxygen, but hopefully actually farm up some dodging skill. I mean, they don't seem to be all that threatening, so I don't think I actually need to rush killing them. I just need to keep their engines offline. And then between continued fire and the artillery beam, we should be good. I had never heard of Mutu before you played it. I mean, it is pretty old. But it's something that a lot of 4X space games will be like, oh yeah, we're trying to make a spiritual successor to Master of Orion 2. It's just because it's such a good game. It is quite the classic. Let's see. Justin and Roper, there we go. So we did manage to level up piloting and evasion. We got both. That's good. They made a sequel to The Noise Cows Make? Well, that is a brand new sentence. But I get it. Okay. Moo 2. You've heard of Moo. Now get ready for Moo 2. Coming to a cow near you. I strongly approve of the Moo 2 playthrough. It's pleasing. Yeah, I am going to make more. I do like it. It is a fun game. Although, there is the downside that most 4X games run into, which is the late game gets really tedious. If you've got like 10 colonies, trying to manage them all is... Every turn is like a 15-minute struggle of trying to min-max everything, because if you don't, then you fall behind. That's true. If I turn off the oxygen, my crew won't need the oxygen for the rest of their lives. Now that life might not be very long, but they won't need it. Absolutely true. Imagine needing to breathe. I mean, it really just speaks to what a poor character you have if you have to breathe. Like, it's a sign of moral failure. Moral failure if you have to breathe. That's what that is. Clearly. Moo 2 is just hidden under a truck in Cinnabar. The classic Pokemon. Classic. For some reason, everyone thought it was under that truck. And it just wasn't. I wonder how that rumor even got started, honestly. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing about oxygen. Is like, you're addicted to it. You are an addict. You're an oxygen addict. Just like you're a water addict. I mean, you stop... Like, what happens when you stop drinking water? You get headaches. Your lips, you feel a little parched. Clearly, you have a substance addiction, and you need to get off that water immediately. For your health. Yeah, I constantly try to choke myself to become based, but my roommates always react weirdly. I'm not going to comment on that. I'm just going to leave it as it is. Yo, chat, what do you think of this guy? Is he cooked? His roommates think he's weird. Wouldn't be opposed to more conventional strats like you mentioned in the Mutu video. Want to see a gamer break that game with stupidity. Yeah, there should... in the future, I might try another playthrough. Oh. And by might try, I mean definitely I'm going to play it more. Do a little bit of that, that optimized top-tier strategy. Go real gamer mode on the whole thing. Bro's roommate thinks he's weird. Yeah, bro visited his friend. Yeah, we're gonna search, and we get a whole load of... a fat load of nothing. My favorite. You shouldn't have. Yeah, Stellaris just has so much DLC. I mean, it's a fun game, especially... Like, I have friends who don't want to play Master of Orion 2, not because it's old, but because it's turn-based. But we all like space games, right? So if we want to play together, then the compromise is Stellaris. It's like, you know, it's good enough, and you can pause, but it's not turn-based, it's real-time, so something that we can play together. It's like, it's such a weird hang-up, right? At least to me. It's like, oh, not because it's really old, it's because it's turn-based. Right. I could sell this, and this might have something good here. Galactic level gardening. No, the planets aren't flowers. It's the civilians that are flowers. No, wait, sorry. The civilians are weeds. My mistake, because they have to be pruned. You did not just put fun and Stellaris in one sentence. Look, what I was talking about was multiplayer, right? Whatever gripes you have with the gameplay mechanics, you know, pretty much anything can be fun when played with friends. And the multiplayer experience was pretty smooth. I don't really have any of the Stellaris DLCs. My friend has them. So if we play together, I'm pretty sure the way it works is that you just need the one person to have the DLCs. Although drone control... I mean, the combat drone's not great. Oh, hull laser. Can I actually afford that? Yes. Or charge laser. So I mean, the charge laser does get up it's only 12 seconds instead of 14. But the hull smasher laser does have breach chance, which is kind of nice. I mean, they're both 2 power for 2 shots, so it's kind of, you know, it's kind of not much of a difference there. But either way, I'm going to sell this. I do want some repairs. I want to grab some stuff. Wait, is turn-based cool because of Baldur's Gate 3? Is that the perception? That would be a pretty recent turning point, wouldn't it? Everything is fun with friends. That's why cults exist. True. I should start a cult. I've got the charisma. Right, that's the key to every cult, by the way, is just have a charismatic leader making a bunch of pseudo-philosophical nonsense. But whether or not the cult lasts really depends on the second in command, because eventually that leader's going to die. And it's up to the second in command to try and carry that momentum. Yeah, I guess I'll take the S one. It's got L in it, which is funny. So I guess that's why I'm going to favor it over the other one. Let's get back up to green, just barely. And between the two, both of them are kind of equally viable here. But I'm going to take this one because it was, it says charge L. That's the funny letter. Second in command, you say. What is this, a secret reference to the second in command mod for Star Sector? Which I've looked at a little bit. I've got some ideas for some builds with that. But then again, I've also got a bunch of other stuff I want to do with just the vanilla game, so we'll see. Members is your cult. That's true. This is the cult of gaming. And you have to give me money to become a certified gamer. That is like the definition of a cult, isn't it? Yeah. That's how it is. I am already a cult leader. I'm more accomplished than I thought I was. I'm so good at starting cults that I did it without even realizing it. That's a little underwhelming. Hull Smasher Laser is probably more of the meta pick. Yeah, probably. Although I think the difference there is pretty marginal. Oh boy. The red wire or the blue. I'm pretty sure this is random. I'm going to go red. I've got the instincts, baby. I just know how it is. High-tech cult, low-tech cult, midline cult. Omen cult? If it was a cult, yeah, Omen cult would be the one. Rather than a tech level, just give your loyalty to the Omen specifically. Congratulations, General. You have been promoted. You're now a cult leader. Hooray. Random unavoidable crew loss events are horrid and one of the few things fixed in multiverse. Isn't that pretty... they're pretty rare in the vanilla game, aren't they? Like, that was an example of one of them. But most of the time, if it's like giant alien spiders, you can just choose not to participate, at the very least. Anime Girl Cult. Well, I don't need to start that one. That's already... If I bought that reverse ion field earlier, I'd have 100% EMP resistance. Which is pretty cool. But alas, I only get 50%. But I think that's alright. Oh god, a low-tech Omen. Maybe I should make a mod for that. Make my own version of the Omen, but low-tech. The problem is it would just have to have, like, I don't know how to do ship systems. I can't do that. Unless I just steal one from another mod. Just straight rip out their code and just copy-paste it. That could be fun. But unlikely, I'm not going to do that. Yeah, I think I'm going to save up to try and get this. Wait, is it? Oh, okay, so I can cross here. Okay, I'll be fine. I mean, the low-tech Omen with just keeping the emitter would probably... That would probably be pretty cool, actually. I mean, I'm just going to attack this, because they can't hurt me anyways, it doesn't matter. So I'm just going to keep attacking their piloting and their engines to make sure they don't want to run away. Also, wait, isn't the dual laser 1 power? Yes, but the dual laser is like a special weapon that you can only get on your starting, as part of your starting package for your ship. You can't buy it during the run, because the dual laser is deliberately overpowered. Just jam accelerated ammo feeder on it. That could be funny. You know, no, now that I think about it, it would just be a crappy lasher if you did that. I was thinking of changing the mounts over to ballistic and going ammo feeder, but that would just be a bad lasher. I am trying to design a low-tech frigate for my mod, but, yeah, without being able to come up with new systems, it's kind of hard. What are some good places for the antimatter SRM? You know, sometimes I ask that question myself. I think whatever you're running as your flagship is usually the best answer, because the AI just kind of fires it off at every possibility. Which is a bit annoying. I tried it on the Tempest, and I thought it would be really good there, but the problem is, with 1000 range, it outranges everything else. And then it just fires it and runs away, so it doesn't actually... It just kind of wastes all of its ammo. Which is a shame. So it needs to be on something where the main weapons match range or outrange the antimatter SRM itself. Like, I've had some success putting them on, like, Falcons and Eagles, for example. Okay, well, they do have missiles, so I would like to fix that. You're making a mod? Goddamn. Well, it's not like a fully fledged mod, just kind of throwing in a ship idea here and there. Like, I've already got one, and only one. But it does exist, and you can download it. Okay, so now we're safe. There we go. The real ones already know of and use the Big Brain expansion. That is exactly correct. Hold up, your mod? When? How? What is it about? What it's about is... Whenever I get an idea for a ship, I'm just going to add it to it. Now again, so far, it's just the one ship that I've added. So it's not like a big mod. It's just like, hey, there's one ship that I thought would work. And I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. Although I might have to nerf it. We'll see. We will see. Reserve deployment is a very strong system. The United Brain Federation. Yeah. That would be quite the naming convention, wouldn't it? If he is the brain, who's Pinky? That's a good question. That would actually be that would be a pretty fire collaboration if I could get someone to come on and be Pinky. I'll be the brain, you be Pinky. That would be pretty epic. It'd be hilarious. Having used the Cyclops fairly extensively, it's pretty strong, but not excessively so for its 30 DP. Though with Modded Fighter, it probably goes stupidly hard. Yeah, that's probably a fair assessment. I'm just concerned because reserve deployment does kind of mess around with the fighter mechanics by basically giving you... It kind of it fixes your replacement rate like really quickly, because as soon as you click the button, or the AI clicks the button, it prints out enough fighters that it instantly starts recovering replacement rate. So it's kind of the concern of, even if it's kind of balanced, it's like whatever ship has it never runs out of replacement rate. But we'll see. Like, I'm tempted to switch it over to the same system as the Heron, for example. And it would still be pretty different from the Heron, just because the Heron's really fast and the Cyclops is really slow. Sounds like a Gestalt consciousness masking itself as a legit empire. Yeah, United Big Brain Federation. I could see that. We're not doing well here. This sucks. Because every enemy has to have a damn missile. And being boarded in an I swear, does this missile ever go online? I've been shooting the same place this entire time, and somehow the missile just never seems to go offline. How does this happen? Explain that. Okay, we're fine. We're good. We are chillin'. Nobody panic. The missile knows where it is, because it knows where it isn't. And I should pull up the script for that one time. Like and just read it line by line. That would be pretty good. Maybe practice it even, so I can get the cadence and the tonality just right to copy the meme. What if reserve deployment that gives a giant penalty to replacement rate? Well, that one doesn't exist anymore. They just changed, they replaced the existing one. Burst Laser 2, baby! Let's go! That's what I like to see. Alright. And I can actually afford it, too. What a lovely day. Now I don't even need this charge L. It's a massive L. If I can get all of these online, then that's really good. I just need a little more scrap so that I can actually do that. But once I've got that scrap, we're going to be in a pretty great spot. Although, I did take a fair bit of damage, so that's going to be a while. Wait, what is anti-bio? It just does crew damage. That's it. It takes 2 power, 16 seconds to charge, and it does 70 damage to crew. Now, it's got a cool couple of blue options here and there that are nice, but overall it's I guess it would it's a good complement to a boarding crew, but at the same time you need to take down their shields first. So how do you do that? You need something else to do that. So you need weapons to take down their shields, and then you can use the bio beam, and it doesn't one-shot them. So you've either got to wait forever, but then if they have a med bay, then you're screwed. So now you want to board them. So actually using it can be a bit impractical. To be honest, I didn't know it could appear at stores either. I thought you had to get it from events, but apparently in Advanced Edition it just kind of shows up. It looks incredibly annoying in the hands of the eye, though. Luckily, they don't use it. Can you please do House and MD meme impressions that you voiced in? That's not a bad idea. At least for my... Probably wouldn't put them on my... on this channel, but maybe put them on another channel. Just read out some House MD memes. Although, to be honest, I'm only aware of the one. House, we need to cure this patient. Well, did you try the medicine drug? Like, that's the only one I know. I'd have to look up other memes. Yes, we're going to examine. We'll take a little bit of extra scrap. Very nice. Yo, chat, what do you think? Rebel controlled or rebel controlled? Ayo, chat, this is so tough. Oh my god. Oh, I should have studied for the test. No. Chat, are we cooked? I don't know which one to pick. Oh my god. Oh. This is so rough, dude. This is like so rough. More mouse bites. It's like, I forbid this. Don't care. More mouse bites. Thank you, doctor. I'm cured. I am very smart. That is a good meme. It's a very well-constructed meme. And by that I mean it's funny. Whether or not it's actually well-constructed. I mean, I'm no memologist, so I wouldn't really know. Yo, Rebels, you're cringe, okay? Listen. You guys, cringe. Check out this meme I just made, where I depict myself as the Giga Chad and you guys as the Soy Jack. What do you say to that, Rebels? So it looks like they're delayed because they're trying to repair their weapons. That's a bit odd. Is the weapons on fire? Because if so, that would be really lucky on my end. I mean, actually, hold on. It's just a missile, right? So I don't actually need my shields right now. It's kind of useless. There's no reason to put power into that. It's not necessary. All right, cross our fingers. Yeah, there we go. That's a nice dodge. They are charging, so let's stop that because I don't want them to leave. We're friends, aren't we? Oh god, they're jumping. And artillery beam, go! Shut off their engine now. Useless. All you had to do was hit the piloting. Of course, one of the shots miss, so we only do 1 damage. And then, of course, they have the extra health bar, so it doesn't shut it down. And then you miss. Wow. Incredible. Alright, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to jump out before they leave, because if they actually get to leave, then the rebels will catch up to us. But if I leave, it's kind of like a, you can't fire me, I quit kind of moment here, where it's like, you can't jump away if I jump away first. This is the real Big Bang strategy. Although I just hear 2 jumps at the same time. That's going to be the future of war, I tell you, unborn potato. That's the future of war. You're just going to send each other memes. It's like, you know, because everyone's going to be on like their iPads controlling drones, dropping grenade, you know, to like drop grenades behind enemy lines. But then they're going to evolve to the point where they're hacking each other and sending like crappy memes, right, to demoralize the enemy. Like they're just going to like take a screenshot. They're going to like hold up their iPad, take a screenshot of the enemy drone and be like, caption it like this you, and then ship it off to the enemy. That sort of thing. I mean, they've only got 2 shots, so they actually can't hurt me. But at the same time, I can't hurt them because their defense drone is going to intercept 1 shot every burst, and then they've got 2 layers. So we can't hurt each other, except I do have the artillery beam, which is going to ignore all of this. There we go. So eventually I'm going to kill them. Eventually. Yeah, just gotta wait for the arty beam. That's all we can do. That's all we can do. They should add kill cams and emotes for World War III. That's what I'm saying. You know, you've got all the kids who grew up playing Fortnite in the helicopter, just blasting what's some iconic like Fortnite music that people would be listening to? What's some like Zoomer music? You know, what are they blasting these days? Peak FTL gameplay. Yeah, this is about as good as it gets. Like, if you don't find this exciting, then you just have bad taste in games. Some Travis Scott. Yes, They roll up and the helicopter pulls up with some Travis Scott, and the side of the helicopter is just spray painted with anime girls. And then the Zoomers all jump out. After gunning down their opponents, they like hop out of the helicopter and start doing like the Fortnite default dance right next to their enemy's corpse. That's the future of war. Oh god, am I actually going to be able to do anything here? Nope, I don't think so. They might even escape. Yeah, they're going to escape. I don't have enough time. This sucks. Why are you shooting weapons anyways? That's a good question. I was just targeting randomly because I figured no shots would get through, but I didn't actually pay attention because the artillery beam did strip off one shield later. So I should have paid more attention to that, but I wasn't. So nothing. Great. I really need some scrap. We're in Sector 3, and I'm still stuck with some crappy weapons. I need to get more power to my weapons, please. So this is an awkward situation. If I can just take off their shields, it should make it pretty easy. Nice. The asteroid field did something good for once. That's awesome. And up to 30% evasion. Honestly, getting a couple levels into engines so that I can get up to 40% evasion would be really useful. Triple miss? Are you serious? Come on now. I can't be that unlucky. There we go. That's a nice dodge. Platoons of infantry singing the Fortnite Battle Pass song as they march. Exactly. Okay, I dodged 2 missiles in a row. That's pretty decent. We're just going to vent the oxygen there. Wow, I dodged like 3 missiles in a row. That's pretty good. Although, things are not going well outside of that. Got to start worrying about my oxygen now. There we go. Okay. We're good. 25 scrap. Okay. Now, I can't actually spend it right now, sadly, but that's a start. There we go. Shoot the las cannon before shooting the arty beam. The las gun strips the shields. Right, but the artillery beam ignores shields. Because it's a special weapon. It doesn't play by the rules. You know, it's a bit of a bad boy. You know, the artillery beam shows up to school in a leather jacket and sunglasses. He's a real rebel. Oh god. Radio, I am not reading that. I would have to do a Mr. Krabs impression, and that would be terrible. That would be a war crime, honestly. They should classify Mr. Krabs impression, like crappy Mr. Krabs impressions, as a war crime. I should even get in contact with the Geneva Convention, honestly. Arty beam only run? Not a bad idea. It could be fun. Bad boy. No. Mr. East, the way to phrase that joke is, hey babe, I heard you like bad boys. Well, not to brag or anything, but I'm bad at everything. Obviously, we're going to aid the Federation ship. That's not even a question. If I can't handle this, then I'm not going to be able to actually win this run. Yeah, let's get the weapons. Because this plus that, not super threatening. The only thing that's potentially an issue is the bomb. Okay, so we did manage to shut it down, but it looks like it... No? Okay. It stopped existing. It was just about to fire, and we got it. It's a clean victory. Now we're going to go for the shields. I always hit A thinking that that's going to be auto-fire, but no, it's V. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna heal you. I ain't even worried about... Oh, wait. Hold on. They're just firing the bomb. And once again, they get killed. They get hit right before they can actually do that. That's funny. Quest marker. Awesome. Finally, someone's gonna reward me for all my hard work. I forgot just how good FTL music is. Yeah, it is really good. Like, everything in FTL... Like, FTL is not a super ambitious game in terms of scope, but all of the elements that come together really nicely. Like, the art, it's not like, you know, it's not RTX on, you know, 3,000 pixels on my nose follicles, but... Or I guess polygons for 3D games, but, you know, it looks good. It's clean pixel art. The music, good. Gameplay, good. And that's what I like about indie games. At least the good ones, anyways. You know, it's one of the good ones, as they say. I really need that gun. I need more firepower. Even if it means turning off the oxygen, we gotta get it. Yeah, I think I have to repair. Yeah, good pixel art. It's not as ambitious as, you know, the massive number of polygons that they put onto games nowadays, but it's not as ambitious, but it does look really good, and I personally find it appealing. I mean, I remember being like 4 years old and seeing my parents playing Red Alert, I think the first Red Alert game, and I don't know, something about the way that the tanks looked with that pixel art style, just, you know, it's always stuck with me. It looks good. I don't really need drones, so I'll take more fuel. This is kind of awkward. There's not a lot of... So I want to go do that quest, but then I have to do a little backtracing. I guess I'll jump here, and then I guess if I've got to retrace my steps, then going through a nebula is probably the best way to do it. I did try doing a run with no ships bought, only recovered. Actually pretty fun. Yeah, putting certain like restrictions and certain themes onto your runs can be pretty fun. I get that. Yeah, that 2 shield layers, plus if they dodge even 1 shot, then we're doing no damage with a single burst laser. And the artillery beam just takes too long. What would you do with 6 rift beams, Chaticus Rex? I require guidance. 6 rift beams? You know, can we get some Fs in chat for this guy? Insomnifax, I am so sorry. You got 6 rift beams? My condolences. You know, honestly, if there's... I understand if you need like a therapist after that. I would totally understand. Because you got screwed. Rift beams are terrible. Like in the next patch, they're getting their flux cost cut in half and their ordnance points coming down by 1/3, from 15 down to 10. And even then, I'm not sure they're going to be that good. They're awful. They're like the 1 F tier Omega weapon. Like even the disintegrator is better than that. Now, there is some kind of use case for them as a player where you can... Because part of the problem is the AI just doesn't use them correctly as a point defense weapon. But you can, as a player, manually aim them to get more value. The problem is, it's a point defense weapon. If you as the player have to manually aim it, then it's not really doing its job very well. I don't know if, yeah. I don't know if I would bother using them. Yeah, it's like when you're rolling up medium weapons and you roll up a bunch of rift blasters, or rift beams instead of cryo blasters. This is just awful. Oh, I think I got distracted and I should have been shooting, but I wasn't. My mistake. Although, to be fair, the enemy actually just can't do anything to me with 2 shield layers, so kinda doesn't matter. Oh, that's satisfying, isn't it? Double burst laser. Look at that. That's some real firepower. Yeah, they would have to there's something like it's a bit quirky with the way it works. I would like to see it be good. It's unfortunate. Okay, now I can get a little more power. First, I'd like to see what I can jump to. Yeah, I'm just going to do the quest. Okay. Let's get a little more power. Okay, now we can actually have our engines on and our guns. There we go. Because the next thing I want to do is up... Because somehow I got lucky enough to actually dodge enough shots really quickly to max out the skill level on my pilot and my engines. So I've already got pretty decent evasion. I just need to get a little more juice into the engines. The first 2 levels are pretty cheap as well. And they get you right up to 40%. Quest time. And of course... Oh, we've got allies. Nice. So I can just sit here and do nothing and let this do all the killing. In theory. In practice, I would like to actually... Yeah, they've only got 3 shots, so as long as I dodge 1, I'm actually completely fine. I'll just hit their cloaking. How is humanity doing? That's a great question. You will find out tomorrow when I decide the title for the humanity stream. I thought that you streamed only on Sundays. I stream Star Sector on Sundays. Although I could add... I might be able to add in some more days every week. We'll see. But I do like to stream. I mean, I've done... I can't really say that I do FTL streams on Friday, because I've only done 1 before this, but I would like to do more. Humanity being humanity. That would be a pretty... That would be a good one. Yeah, I could do something like that. Or I could just type in humanity. In all caps. Humanity is. And just have that as the title. Humanity is what? It'd be such a burning question. The people have to know. What is humanity? What am I? Getting another crew is pretty nice. See, I could go here, but I think what I'm going to do is go here and then try to explore as much of these as possible. 'Cause hopefully I'll actually be able to get there without having to fight a bunch of them. Humanity is cringe. That's just the truth, right? You're in the Matrix and you've woken up from the Matrix, all right? Because the truth underlying everything is that humanity is cringe. That's it. That's the secret. That's what the people in charge don't want you to know. Humanity is cringe. I mean, it was staring us in the face all along, but that's the unassailable truth. Yeah, engine and power upgrade time. That's exactly right. You're a very entertaining content creator. That's what you be. Well, thank you. I do try. But you know what would actually be more based is doing the opposite, trying to be as unentertaining as possible. Although I guess, but the thing is, that's so low effort, right? Like, what would really be incredible is trying to be as little entertainment as possible while putting in as much effort as possible, because the easy way to do it would just be to not say anything. So to figure out a way where you're still talking and you're still playing games, and you're putting in all this effort, but you like minimize the entertainment value by making sure everything you say is as boring as possible. Honestly, I don't know how you would do that. That sounds like a real challenge. And I like a challenge. Like, well, the thing is, dry delivery humor is already funny. That's the thing. That's not boring. I've got plenty of dry humor myself. The thing is, you're hilarious. That's what I'm saying. Like, I just say things that I think are totally normal in a perfectly flat voice, and somehow people think it's funny. I don't know what's going on there. It's so strange. Reading macroeconomics while gaming. Honestly, that would be a good bit. That would be a good bit. Maybe for April Fools or something. For like an April Fool's video, I could be playing a game. It's kind of like how, there's all those YouTube channels that are like, there's just gameplay in the background, but they're actually talking about like drama or something. They're like, criticizing other YouTubers or something, and the gameplay in the background is just background. I could do something like that for April Fools, where I've got Star Sector in the background, but then the audio is just me reading out like a textbook for macroeconomics or something. That would be pretty funny. It would be... I would really dance that line, wouldn't it? Maybe, but also do nothing but meme ship builds while doing so. Yeah, that could be... like, trying to make all of the interesting stuff, like, really subtle. So it's like, on the one hand, I'm talking, but I'm just reading out, like, a textbook for macroeconomics. And then there's gameplay happening, but all of the builds are memes. It's like a little Easter egg hunt for the entire video. That could be funny. That could be good. We'll see. I'll have to think about it some more. I will have to ponder these questions. These deep and profound questions. This thing only has one level of shields? Pathetic. You can just die. "30 Mudskipper Mark IIs. I mean, if I was going to do a Mudskipper spam, I would just edit the files to increase the fleet limit. Why stop at 30 when you can go so much further? In fact, with the right skill setup, you can actually reduce their deployment cost down to 1. So, hypothetically, you could get up to 240. I mean, they'd have a ton of demods, but you could do it. How about Chinese Bible in the right year? That is a meme. That is correct. Oxygen system for 19. I think that's worthwhile. It would be nice to be able to double check by just opening the ship, but I can't do that. What is the ideal fleet limit size? I mean, I think 30 is fine for the base game. Like, you only need, like, 5 logistics ships at most? Really? Damn. I guess I'll just get more power. Start up the artillery beam. You only, like, at most, you're going to need, like, 5 logistics ships, and that leaves you 25 ships for your combat fleet. And, I mean, if you go beyond 25, at that point, your ships are kind of crowding the field, and they're a little hard to manage. You always want to have more room to try stupid nonsense. Man, I have really not had that problem, so maybe it's just, like, a difference in the way people play. Because I do see other people grabbing, salvaging a lot more ships than what I usually do. So maybe it could be a good idea to raise it to like 40 or something. You will certainly not regret adding 5 to 10 shepherds to your fleet. That is true. Shepherds are surprisingly good. Yeah, you can have the NG do that. I guess we're getting on that quest line. Gigagon sounds like a half-assed Pokemon. No. James, you got it all wrong. That's not a half-assed Pokemon. That's a half-assed Yu-Gi-Oh card. Really, go look up some Yu-Gi-Oh card names, and Gigagon... That sounds like Shakespeare compared to what some of those Yu-Gi-Oh names are. Yeah, we're going to try and shield them. Worth. That is 1 damage to hull for 37 scrap. Absolutely worth. Nice. Oh, boo-hoo. We got a little fire tingling your feet. You're going to be fine. Just get to the med bay. Why are shepherds good? For a few reasons. Let's see. So they're kind of hit like a sweet spot for, they've got, in combat, they're not good by themselves, but if you've got like destroyers in your fleet, and you want to avoid being like swarmed by enemy frigates, then having a shepherd as an escort goes a long way to protecting that. Because even if the shepherd doesn't really have much weapons, those drones that it has do a pretty good job at sort of intimidating enemy fighters so they can't swarm around your destroyer. So in combat, they're kind of useful, even if they can't like kill things by themselves. And at the same time, they've got decent cargo capacity, they've got surveying equipment. So overall, it's just kind of like a nice little bonus. They've got salvage gantry as well. So they've got like a nice little supply bonuses they're giving you as well. Like if you just get like just a pure freighter, that's not going to have survey equipment. That's not going to have salvage gantry. The Shepherd does. But at the same time, the Shepherd has some decent cargo capacity. It's pretty solid in the other game, although you're not going to be keeping it around forever. And of course, the most important thing, you're right, East, they spin. That is the most important part. Anyone who tells you otherwise is just lying to themselves. Okay, so they've got some decent weaponry here with a flak cannon. And they're going to teleport over, of course. Of course. But we've got some mantises very ready for them. So I'm not worried about that. What I am worried about is them running away. And for that, we've got to hit them where it hurts. Oh, oxygen. Lovely. I'd like to keep that online, actually, so if you don't mind, I'm going to kill you now. Salvage rig is the best flagship anyway. I mean, can't argue with the facts. That's true. So, both of those burst lasers didn't even disable their engines. That's a shame. Okay, so now we've got their engines down. So now we're going to go after piloting to really double down and try to keep them from running. Because I'm not too threatened right now. Yeah, I mean, look at this. They're like, aha, we're fake, actually. We tricked you. You thought you could extort information out of us, but actually, we're a fake, and we tricked you. And a loser. Okay, I'm gonna kill you. What? You should at least pretend to have something useful so that I won't just kill you. You know? That doesn't seem like a very thought out decision. Your ego got the best of you. Yeah, once again, rebels cringe. The rebels were the cringe soy jack, and I was the Giga Chad. It's as simple as that. I mean, what more proof do you need? It's documented right here. I did a funny voice when I was pretending to be them. And I've got 69 scrap. Like, that just speaks for itself. At least double burst laser 2 is pretty lucky and pretty good. But I can get this online as well, and then I'll have 8 shots, and that's real good. It's going to be a bit expensive, though. First, I'm probably better off getting this. Get a little more defense so that I don't get screwed over by missiles. And I can kind of ignore this, like that, and then I can move oxygen over when I need it. So for that purpose, I think it's fine. Yeah, I want to get this up to 6. Then I'm going to go back over to my defensives, and then I think, there is a strategy for just upgrading the artillery beam as soon as possible. But I think in this case, I'm going to upgrade it as late as possible instead. I think that's the route we're going down, since we've actually got good weapons anyways. We don't need to go for that. Not yet, anyways. Nice. I mean, I don't really plan on using that, but, you know, that's cool. And stun bomb. It's a space flashbang. Okay, yeah, I'll take some free stuff. This is... Jeez, why don't people... Why don't I normally get this kind of treatment? You know, I am kind of a big deal out here, all right? I'm an important guy. You guys should just give me free stuff, of course. This is the way it's supposed to be. I mean, I can upgrade this. Well, that does add at least a layer of protection there. Street Kings is a pretty good movie. Just got done watching it. I've never heard of that movie, actually. Also, did you hear the thing about the Rebels did? What's your opinion, Captain? I mean, I think I've stated my opinion already. The Rebels are cringe. But I have no idea what Rebels we're talking about at this point. But thank you for the $5, some dude. Let's see. Best Invictus build. Can't seem to make one that shreds properly. The 4 main guns are what puzzle me. I find them vexing. Ah, a little bit of vexing, art. You're a little vexed, are you? Vexed, you say? I think 4 Mjolnirs was the original build when it first came out. That was just the obvious best choice. And then they nerfed the flux capacity to make sure that it wasn't the obvious best choice. But I'll be honest. Still pretty good. If you can get a little extra flux capacity, then you can still fire them for the full duration and then vent as soon as it's done. Still pretty good. So I do want to sell this stun bomb. Although, if you want to actually afford it without relying on extra capacity, which, you know, that can eat up a lot of your extra ordnance points, then maybe doing, like, double Mjolnir plus, like a Mark 9s. You've got to, like 2 Mjolnirs is pretty good, and then mixing them up with other options. Like Hellbores or Hephaestus. Or Mark 9. I guess 2 Hephaestus plus 2 Mark 9 is also okay. But I would probably just lean toward the Mjolnirs, because I do remember that still works, even after the nerf. And because they're good against both shields and armor, they kind of melt everything. Although it's it is kind of different for the AI. The Invictus does rely a lot on aggressive venting, and the AI doesn't do that. So, yeah, I guess that's a question I should have asked, is are you using it as a flagship, or are you using it under AI control? I don't think I actually want much here. My hull is doing pretty good. I've got plenty of fuel, plenty of missiles that I don't need. Can't really afford anything unless I start selling stuff, but I don't want to. Yeah, I think all I'm doing here is selling that, and then I'm moving on. Wondering whether you can face the Guardian of Orion in FTL. I don't think so. We're talking about... Have you had any Star Sector? Look at this! Free stuff. What can I say? I must have hacked the game, because this is a lot of free stuff. Star Sector Dreams. I might have had one, but honestly I can't really remember it that well, so maybe I just made that up. Maybe I just made it up in that sort of hazy state where you're waking up and you're like, wait, what did I dream about? I think it was about this. And then like it's so weird when you're waking up and like the dreams, as you feel really clear what happened when you first wake up, but then the more and more awake you become, the more and more the details get fuzzy. It's very odd. Although I have had dreams of being in space, just in the real world, not in a video game. I'm waking up to ash and dust. I wipe my ass and I slap my nuts. I'm breathing in my genitals. I'm pretty sure that's how that song went. Yes. Okay. Quest marker. Sure. Beautiful, thank you. When you wake, your third eye gets closed, and forbidden knowledge gets sealed away in your mind palace. It's funny you say that, because there is one dream I remember pretty clearly, where in the dream, we're going to take a little break from the game, because this dream was pretty interesting. In the dream, I discovered a secret 26th letter of the alphabet that was lost to history. It was like the secret letter that was sort of forbidden, that was like forbidden away. And basically, when the letter was lost, all the words that used that letter disappeared. So imagine if like the letter C was erased from the English alphabet, and every word that used the letter C, the concepts disappeared. So like the concept of color, because it uses the word letter C, disappeared. There was like this 26th letter that was and all the concepts that used that letter vanished. The 26th letter, that thing that famously doesn't exist. That's, 27th, right? I think, for some reason in the dream, it was like the 25th, but in real life, obviously, it would be the 27th. So, like, this letter had been erased. And what happened was, as I was waking up, the gods were coming to kill me because I was taking this forbidden knowledge out of the dream and into the real world. And basically, I had to leave that knowledge behind in the dream world in order to wake up and not die. And then after I woke up, I couldn't remember what the letter looked like. So I'm assuming that's what happened. I'm assuming that all of that was real and true, and that there actually is a secret extra letter. And that's why, and I forgot it in the dream, and that's why I didn't die when I woke up. I'm assuming that's how that works. Yeah, it really did feel like I woke up and I was like, my immediate reaction was like, that is some Lovecraftian shit happening in my dreams. What is going on? Like a reality restructuring event, exactly. That's an amazing dream. Yeah, I mean, usually my dreams aren't that, like, high concept, you know. Usually they're a bit... Usually it is, like, video game dream or something kind of lame. Or just, like, drowning or something, you know. But that one was very memorable because it was actually like, whoa, that's, like, a cool concept. That sounds like something that H.P. Lovecraft would write about. Finding a secret letter of the alphabet in the dream world. All I dream about is getting shoved into lockers by my boss. Not even your high school bullies, it's your boss. That... Oh boy. Ow. They repaired fast. That's annoying. Okay, there we go. We're good. They are not escaping. Excellent. I feel like that could become some sort of Junji Ito story where the people with names with the forbidden letter start to rot and disappear. Oh, that's a good idea. It's the kind of thing where it's like, if I was a novelist, I would immediately like try to make something out of that. It's like some kind of forbidden, like the gods decide that some kind of letter needs to be forbidden because it's too powerful, and then everyone with that letter in their name starts to rot away and fade from memory. I mean, I don't need an extra mantis. I've already got 2 of them. Jack. Ass? Well, hold on. We gotta close that first. You know, actually, I've also had dreams that were like sequels to dreams. Or like, how do I put this? I've had dreams where it's like a rerun of a dream that I had before, but when I'm having the rerun, I remember the first version, and as I'm going through the dream, I'm trying to follow the events of the first dream so that I don't like mess up the timeline. But it's like I'm trying to live through the same, like this dream that I've had before, but now I'm aware of the events and trying not to mess it up. That is another interesting kind of dream I've had, although the events themselves were apparently not memorable enough for me to actually remember them. I mean, we don't really need the missiles, so yeah, I'll sell that. Dream 2, Electric Boogaloo, basically. I've got a lot of scrap now. What could I get? Probably more power. It's a little boring, but it is necessary. A little more power, a little more doors. I think my dreams have always been so mundane that I can never tell that I am even dreaming. Well, that's interesting. That is not one I've heard before. I have an unfortunate case where even when I realize I'm dreaming, so I've heard of lucid dreams where you know that you're dreaming and you can do whatever you want. I have an unfortunate case of, I guess, skill issue, because even when I'm dreaming, and I know that I'm dreaming, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm in a dream, I can't just do whatever I want. Reality doesn't bend to my will. I still have to play by the rules of the dream, even though I know I'm in a dream. What kind of... That's just unfair, honestly. Bro goes to work in his dreams. Yeah, imagine... That reminds me of a Calvin and Hobbes bit, where Calvin wakes up and, like, walks out the door, goes through his morning... Like, he goes through his morning routine and walks out the door, and then wakes up from a dream, then does it all over again, and then wakes up again. And every time... And then by, like, the third time it happens, he's just like, no, I don't want to get out of bed. I love when streams turn into dream talks. Dreams are weird. I've been talking about dreams since I was... I remember even being in, like, middle school on, like, a field trip and talking to the other kids about dreams. They are fascinating. You joke, but yeah, more often than not, that's what happens. Oh, wow. Yeah, I've never had that happen to me. I mean, they've got some okay weaponry. I guess I'll go after that. Yeah, let's get ready to fight these guys. Sup, nerds? I lucid dreamt, started to fly, then my brain went, that's too much power, my dream changed. Interesting. Wait, what? Oh, we're still in combat. Okay, I was confused for a second. I was like, is combat over? Why can I... No, it's... Okay. I get a little distracted here. It means you didn't understand hard enough that you're in a dream. Yeah, skill issue, basically. Ooh. Hello. That's a lot. We got a repair, we got scrap, we got a drone that I don't need, and titanium systems casing, which is most useful for selling. But at least it's something. I mean, that's a pretty good reward. That was worth going through that quest line. Alright, what's my next priority? I don't want to sell that. I mean, I've got enough power to keep all of this running. I guess I want more engines so I can start dodging more missiles. Then once I get this up to 5, I'll probably go for a third shield layer. Then hop back over to get engines maxed out. And then I'll start maxing out the artillery beam. Because I don't really need to do it now. I've got good enough firepower as it is. I want to focus on my defenses now. Yeah, I think that's the path. I think this is the way forward. Unless there's like a nearby shop. Hey, look at that. Some augmentations might be really good, so I'll save my scrap for that. Yeah, I guess I can do that for you guys. I'll lead you to your destination. Writing down my dreams for 6 years. Hypnopompic hallucinations. A just after waking hallucination. I've never heard of that term before, and no, I haven't. I have had sleep paralysis, though. Shadow demons are not fun. I really don't recommend them. You know, some people might say, like, hey, try this sleep paralysis thing. It's going to be really cool and epic. Don't trust them. It's cringe, you know? It's not epic. What if hot shadow demon? But they're not. I guarantee they're not. I know. People like to write fucking fan fiction about shadow demons. Like, ooh, what if they were sexy shadow demons? They're not. Okay? They don't even have faces. They're just silhouettes. You can make them hot if you're good enough. Nah. I've had the sleep paralysis demon. It was scary for what felt like 3 seconds. I mean, the way that it happened for me was it was like waking up and seeing someone walk into my room, and then all I can make out is the silhouette in the dark, and they're reaching their hand towards the light switch, and then they keep going past, and then instead of turning on the light, they keep moving their hand past it, and then they start walking towards my bed. And I try to get up and say something, because who's walking into my room. But I can't move, because... And then I had sleep paralysis. And then it just walks over to my bed, and I'm trying to, like, scream or something, and it just plunges its shadow fingies into my chest. And it feels like being stabbed with icicles. And then the whole thing ends, and I can suddenly move again. So, pretty scary in the moment, but then immediately afterwards, I'm like, okay, that was sleep paralysis. Cringe. Who the fuck says try sleep paralysis? Nobody. I made that up. You're gonna have to get used to it. Sometimes I just make things up. I'm a pathological liar. Or as I like to think of it, a comedian. Yeah, I see her. It sounds like we kind of had a similar experience where it's like, it's scary when it's happening, but then immediately afterwards it's like, oh, this is that thing that I've heard of. Gotcha. Don't do that. Alright, brain, don't do that again. I didn't like it. It's probably some kind of thing with your threat detection being overactive and reading sort of like a human silhouette is... It's not unreasonable for that to be very deeply imprinted in your brain because, you know, we're humans ourselves. So projecting that as like it's probably... The way that I think it works from my experience is not that you're hallucinating a shadowy demon and then you become afraid of the demon. I think it's the other way around. Something in your brain is experiencing high levels of fear, and then to explain the fear, your brain is projecting the image of something entering, like some kind of threat. Because you can kind of, like, you can almost feel like the aura of fear radiating out of the silhouette before you can even see it. That's the way that I experienced it. It's like before it even entered the room, you can like feel its presence. So I think there's something in your brain that's like, some kind of chemical is causing you to feel extremely afraid, and then to explain the fear, your brain projects the image of something entering. But that's just a theory. A sleep paralysis theory. And look at that. What did I say? What did I say? I said I'm going to save my scrap in case there's a good augmentation. Weapon pre-igniter, baby. Let's go. This is going to be... Oh, boy. I probably want to sell that, but I don't know what I'm grabbing. Because hacking stun... It's pre-igniting time, baby. Let's go. I'd actually like to... Hacking stun would be cool if I also got hacking, but I think... Yeah, I think I can... Damn, this is so good. Because I can sell the systems casing and get hacking as well. This is really good. Yo, chat. Are we... wait, what's the opposite of cooked? Because I was going to say cooked, but we're not cooked. We're the opposite of that. I don't actually know what the term would be. Oh, that's right. Chat, we're so back. Yo, we're so back. I mean, we were never gone because we had a good weapon setup anyways. But, yo, chat, we're, like, so back. That's crazy. Chat, we're cooking. Oh, yeah, that's it. We're cooking. There we go. Yo, chat, am I cooking? Yo, chat, am I cooking? Oh, my God. This is a fat W. God, the more that I get familiar with all of this brain rot culture, the more annoying I'm going to get. There's just no way around it. If I didn't have hacking, then this would be a great way to get some scrap. But, sadly, I do actually need drone parts now. And as much as it hurts, I'm going to have to ignore the station. Why do you fight the rebels, Captain? I just like space Latinas, Einstein. I just like space Latinas, Mantis. I do get that reference. Give me back my passport. Shadow, why do you even need my passport? Why do you want to go to Mexico so badly? I just love Latinas, Sonic. That's a good one. Thank you for the 5, some dude. I blame my poor English on memes. No, I think your English got better because of memes. Right? You can communicate with the average internet denizen better. Poggers in the chat. Oh, brother. Oh, brother. You know what? Actually, I could use some fuel. I'm a little running out. I just like Latina. Is that the plot of Dune? I have not read Dune. I know it's a pretty important sci-fi story, but I've not read it. Oh right, I have Igniter. I don't have to wait for this. I can just go, go, go. Die. Oh, you have missiles? Doesn't matter. I win. Thank you for the 5 some. That's clearly not what I meant, but I mean, if you want to interpret it that way, then that's not on me. I do not take any responsibility for poor phrasing on my part. I blame the shadow demons. Got him. Alright, let's get out of here. We got 2 quests to do. I'm questing it up out here. I'm all quested out. We're gonna quest, and then we're gonna request. That's how quested we are. Yeah, of course we're gonna engage the rebels. Obviously. We're gonna get engaged to the rebels in holy matrimony. Because we're an assassin and we're about to kill them. Oh, you know what? Pre-igniter... Oh, now I wish I had the hull laser, because pre-igniter only gets the first charge. No. Now, I did not think of that. But yeah, it only charges up the first shot for the charge laser. I wish I had the hull laser now. That's a shame. Let's get those shields offline. There we go. We missed one. That would have filtered them off. But I think we're good. I think we're in a winning position. I'm pre-igniter with this level of weaponry. I can even get long-range scanners. What? This is really good. How far are we? We're at Sector 5? Yeah, I think long-range scanners is still good, even here. And I could switch out the charge laser for the the burst laser 1. So that'll fully charge immediately. So FTL is essentially a spaceship roguelike. Exactly. It's got some pretty unique gameplay as well, like the combat of targeting the enemy rooms while managing your crew and running around repairing things is also pretty unique. But yeah, the broad structure is a roguelike with a spaceship, which is kind of a brilliant idea, honestly. Can I afford both? Well, yeah, I can afford both because I grab this, then I sell this, then I grab long-range scanners. There we go. And then I grab fuel because I need that. Why'd you even get hacking at this point? It'll be useful eventually. Probably. I mean, it doesn't hurt, right? You can always shut off the enemy's weapons. Because let's face it, I can't one-shot the flagship no matter how hard I try. I don't have the setup for that. Another... Really? All 3 stores are just, like, tied up right next to each other. Okay. Sure. Man, the rebels are really far behind. I guess I'll just... Hey, Big Brain, have you played Into the Breach? I absolutely have. I don't think I beat it on Impossible, but I did beat it on Hard. Hack engines in later zone. Yeah, that's true. What? Another shop? You're serious? That's my... Okay. I thought I already had enough of those, but apparently not. Thanks, guys. Very cool. You're running slightly low on fuel. Yeah, unfortunately. As far as... as far as events go, this is not bad. Especially with the crew that I've got, I think I'll be fine. I'll try to feed all the kills to one guy if possible. Yeah, one thing that Into the Breach did that was really nice is the advanced mode isn't just like an on or off switch. You can turn on or off different things like advanced mode enemies, advanced mode pilots, advanced mode like weapons. Like each of them you can turn on or off individually, which is a nice touch. So who got the combat? You have 7. Wow. Almost got you to level it up. Wait, you guys need to go heal now. Into the Breach is pretty good. I might play that on stream. We'll see. Overall, I don't think it's as exciting as FTL, but it is still a pretty good game. It's a very different game, too. Somehow the guys behind these games always come up with such unique gameplay. Here's an idea. If you have 2 pre-igniters to get 2 charges on charge weapons, that would be interesting, but also extremely rare. Would really enjoy you streaming it. Yeah, well, I'll think about it. I might do that instead of an FTL stream one day. Right, let's get out of this hellhole. And into a new hellhole. Hooray. Oh, right, because I was in a system with the Storm. I only had 1 weapon powered, so that kind of negates the advantage of my pre-igniter, huh? That's a shame. Into the Breach has me staring at my screen for 5 to 10 minutes for 1 turn sometimes. Yep. That is the Into the Breach experience. It's like, there's got to be a way. There's got to be a way. Hold on, let me do the math again for the 50th time. There's got to be a way to save everything in this turn. There must be. Invisible Ink by Clay. Very great game, underappreciated. Alright, I've not heard of that one. But if you say it's good, I will have a look. I'll look at the trailers and see if they're exciting. And I'll look at the store page. Just typing that in so I don't forget. Okay, so we're still low on fuel, but other than that, we're looking good. In fact, I could, because we're in a nebula, I could jump up here and then jump down and still be able to get away, but then I would be completely out of fuel. I mean, it's probably still worth it. Because they're going to creep forward by 1, then creep forward by... Yeah, it's probably still worth it. I'm biased since I made a few big mods for it. Fair enough. You see, that's what I'm talking... I jump here, I wasted my fuel for nothing. Nothing. Aren't Clay the guys behind Auction Not Included? I have heard of that game, although I didn't play it. Alright, well, we are completely out of fuel, which sucks. Stress beacon on. And we're going to have to wait. At the very least, we're in a nebula tile. So, and now it is a nebula sector, so it's not full effect, but it's still slowing the rebels by 25%. Right, running out of fuel in a nebula is a lot better than running out of fuel anywhere else. Pay 15 scrap for 5 fuel. That's... Their captain seems to be chuckling to himself, perhaps at the prices he's charging. No, that is perfectly normal prices. I'm more... He's got a glaive beam. I'm more worried that he's going to sabotage me. Oh. No, he didn't. He was not actually here to kill me. What are the odds of that? He's got a glaive beam. He's staring me down with the power of God. And he's like, no, actually, I'm just going to charge you. Yeah, he's just chuckling menacingly for no reason. That was completely normal prices. I paid 15 scrap for 5 fuel. That's 3 per unit. Totally normal pricing. What? I don't know who this... Like, he's just chuckling to fuck with you. Honestly, I respect that. He's making himself seem like a threat, but he's actually just a normal businessman. You know, he's a good guy. You know, can't judge a book by its cover, I guess. It's just a prank, bro. It's just a prank. I think I'll let the hacking through and just go for weapons. Yeah, it's just hacking the artillery beam, which does not matter. What are the odds of that? Yeah, I've got the multiverse mod on my radar. I'll look at that in the future. Your video, Master of Orion, is the first I've seen of that game. Really cool to see how much Stellaris and Star Sector take from it. Yeah, the game is very influential. It's very influential. And also very cool and fun. Dune Spice Wars. We'll see. I could use the 6 fuel. I'll take that. I will take that. Less scrap, yes, but I could use that fuel. Target shields. Proceeds to hit only shields. Yeah, but that's not what I meant. Come on. Listen up. Alright, the weapons guy. Hang. When I said target the shields, I meant the system, not the shield bubble. Okay? You understand? I don't think he speaks English. I think he only speaks Mantis. Thank you for the $2, some dude. Wait. Master of Orion 3 is very cool as well, but it's more like a government simulator. Yeah, I've heard it's a pretty big I mean, to be fair, Master of Orion 2 is pretty different from Master of Orion 1. Some people actually prefer the first game because while it's less... like, spaceship design is less interesting, but, like, on a strategic level, it's apparently more... Like, the strategy layer of the game is apparently more good. At least that's what the fans of the first game say. I don't really know. And the third game is also very different. I want to go to that one, but reaching it is kind of a pain, so I guess I'm just going to go upwards. Yeah, just angry hissing and clack. He's clickety-clacking. Alright, so I'm going to use my hacking to counteract that, and he's going to go cloaking. Sure. 4 shield layers. Lovely. So it's got a giant-ass missile, 4 shield layers, cloaking, and it hacks you at the start of the fight. Now this is a serious battle. Let's see if we can make it less serious. Alright, the missiles are offline. That's a good start. I would love to see more politics simulator games like Frostpunk 2, but the industry doesn't have enough balls for that. Is Frostpunk considered an indie game? I mean, I haven't played Frostpunk, but I've watched other people play it, and it does look really cool. It's one of those things where it's like, hey, you know what? Child labor might be the answer. You know, we're in a desperate situation. I'm not saying child labor is good, but think about how productive those little fuckers would be. Send them into the mines. Yeah, we got to make the tough choices out here. It's not that I want to do child labor. I'm just saying. Kind of like how which is kind of like how in Star Sector, you're kind of like, hey, you know what? Harvested organs. It makes money. I'm not going to worry about the ethics of it. It's got that same kind of energy. The children yearn for the mines. Wait. Child soldiers are the endgame of Frostpunk 2? Are there soldiers in Frostpunk 2? Because I remember the first one didn't really have combat. Okay, you guys are kind of a pain, aren't you? And I don't have... This is going to be a slow, grindy fight, isn't it? Because they're repairing everything too fast. And by too fast, I mean their cloaking gives them time to repair. Let's not get hit by that, please. Thank you. That's what evasion is for, baby. The not cool part of Frostpunk 2 is if you build your city perfectly, you don't have to make any bad choices. I mean, that's just kind of real life, though. If you just run it efficiently, then there's no need to do anything unethical in the first place. It's like, if your society is not under constant threat from outside invaders, then why would you need child labor? There's a civil war happening in Frostpunk 2? Okay, yeah. Because I was wondering where they would take the game from the first installment, but that makes a lot of sense. Like where do you go from there? Civil war. Add in some combat. Not a bad idea. Keep those missiles offline, buddy. I'm watching you. And they fixed the cloaking. Well, not for long. Death. 58 scrap. I feel like I should have gotten more for how tough that ship was, but... yeah, whatever. You know, I'm already winning. It'd be a bit unbecoming of me to start complaining now, given how far ahead I am. I could honestly go buy cloaking. If I get a little more scrap, I could buy cloaking from this store. Assuming it has it. We'll see. Now, those are some serious lasers. It would be a real shame if I just shut them off instantly. hold on. Let's see. Okay. Let's get those shields. Gotta make sure that our crew isn't dying. Although, honestly, I don't think I think the enemy's mostly neutralized at this point. Yeah, we're good. Oh boy. I mean, I'm already winning all of my fights really easily. And I've got all of this scrap piled up. I think this is a good run. You know, it was already good enough when I got the Burst Laser 2. Then I got that Pre-Igniter, and it's just... we're just living the dream. Give me some cloaking. Really? This is all you have to offer? Seriously. Okay, I'll take the fuel, but I'm not happy about it. Oh, another store. I wanted to go up to get this. I think I'll go here and curve back downwards. Yeah, I've got enough time. Oh, look, another slug with cloaking. How original. You know, you'd think with some mind-reading powers, they'd be better at coming up with ideas, or at the very least stealing ideas, but look at this. You're just a second-rate version of the last guy. Like crappy YouTubers copying other YouTubers. Like a copy of a copy of a copy. Until eventually you're so far from the source that the fifth guy doesn't even realize that he's ripping off a guy who ripped off a guy who ripped off someone who was actually original. See, they steal each other's ideas. I guess that makes sense. They're telepathic. But that'd be more of a hive mind, though, right? Which they're not quite that. They're a little too selfish for that. Yeah, let's shut those off again. Oh, I let them accidentally charge their missiles. But I dodged it anyway, so we're cool. And of course they're going to run away immediately. Like the cowards they are. But we're going to fix that. Wow! Are you serious? Come on. Only one hit out of 8. Seriously. That is just disrespectful. Okay, so nothing. Cool. No, it's fine. I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed. So I guess that whole trip was basically a waste. And then this is what I get. No systems again. They're just mocking me. They're mocking me. They are making fun of me. The rebellion situation is crazy, bro. Don't forget to get a Big Brain Energy sponsored merch deal. Thank you again, some dude. That is how people title their shit, though. It's like, you know, the blank situation is crazy. The blank situation. New details revealed. Yo, check out the blank situation. I think clickbait is only allowed if it's funny. I think that's the rule, isn't it? That's the rule on YouTube. It's like, you can lie to me if the lie is funny. Then I will forgive you. The Federation situation is sad. New details on the Federation situation. The Federation situation is crazy. The Federation's so cooked. Speaking of, I think I'm just getting more of that. Like, how close am I to another? Yeah, I'm going to earn a bunch of scrap from these, so I might as well invest more in my defenses. Might as well do that. The Federation has fallen. Billions must rebel. Oh, good, mind control. So I think I'm going to throw out a hacking drone here. Might as well. I've got plenty of drones now. And if I do this, Thunk. You can see 20 evasion. We can get that to 0. Will you be my big brain Valentine bouquet of reapers? I mean, they do fit. They're the right color. Let's shut off cloaking, I get. Shields. There we go. Everyone go back to your stations. Homeless tier reactor. Oh god. The domain has fallen. Billions must touch grass. I mean, I can afford to take this gamble. Oh, I got an augmentation. Damn. It's too bad you can't put them using cargo. That would be nice, but it is what it is. I lost a bit of the value there. That's a shame. At this point, I really just need more power. More power. Unlimited power. I am the Senate. Yeah, of course I'm going to kill them. I'm not going to let them walk away with all that juicy scrap. Of course not. Layer 4 shields. Yeah, sure, why not? Can't touch this. Completely shieldless. Yeah, this has gotten so much easier at this point in the game. You know, sometimes you just get the right combination of things and you're just kind of on autopilot at that point. If you'd ever like a good audio clip of Palpatine impression, mine is Assault 8.5 out of 10. Well, if I ever need that, I will let you know. I mean, you know, it might be the case that the world just needs to hear Palpatine say "D's nuts." You know, yeah. You know, that's just a rumor, of course. Don't want to jump to any conclusions. So, okay, let's see. If I do this... There we go. Yeah, so the missile is now offline. Perfect. I think we go after shields now. No. I'm gonna kill you this time. The first time I let him go because I was a little worried they might actually be able to run away. This time, I'm not worried about that. How would you turn a voice impression into a marketable plushie? I'm pretty sure there's a YouTuber who basically does that. So, I mean, it's not like his entire thing, but I think he's done that. Have you never heard that tragedy of Darth Plagueis, the Meme Lord? I thought not. It's not a story the Jedi would tell you. Or better yet, there's one channel that's done a version of that where it's like, he's like, have you heard the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise? And Anakin immediately turns around and is like, yes, of course I did. That's like, excuse, not to be rude, Senator, but that's like asking if Yoda has ever heard of cocaine. I wrote my Jedi thesis on this I took a PhD in Darth Plagueis the Wise studies, and I wrote my Jedi thesis on the use of dichotomy inherent within the tale. And he just goes into it way over-analyzing the story of Darth Plagueis the Wise, to the point that Palpatine is like, okay, but the point is I'm trying to convince you to join the dark side. And he's like, no, shh, I need to tell you about my thesis. It's actually a pretty good interpretation. It's like a nice, that's a nice twist. It's a little surprising. Yeah, I just need more power. Much like Palpatine. That's what we need. Just more power. How many jumps can I get here? I've never seen this amazing meme. Yeah, just look up, God, what would it be like? Like, Anakin Darth Plagueis thesis would probably get you the video. They made like 50 more Star Wars Meme Great channel. Yeah, I've seen a lot of them. They like make an entire storyline out of it. It is like that's creative. That's a pretty good. It's a good gimmick. Okay, so nothing. Cool. Yeah, because actually, now that I remember correctly, originally what he did was the first time that they broached that topic, the joke was Anakin said, "Oh yeah, of course I've heard of that," but he was totally lying. He had not heard of it at all, but he was just saying that he did to sound smart. And then someone in the comments was like, "Okay, but hold on. What if he actually did write his Jedi thesis on it? That would be cool." And so the YouTuber saw that comment and then ran with it, and it just blew up because it is actually really funny. Mace Windu having a meltdown from Anakin's thesis is peak. Yeah. It is pretty good. Alright, let's do a little more hacking. This game is on easy mode. There's just no tension. All the tension from... that's the nature of roguelikes, right? Sometimes you get lucky and the run is just completely tensionless. I mean, this guy doesn't even have missiles. I'm not worried about his weapons at all. Like, ooh. Oh, look, they might... Oh, whoa. Resist. They're not even able to do ion damage. Now, that's just embarrassing. Now, I do need to make sure they don't actually run away. That would be good. No. Oh, look at that. Just barely able to squeeze out before the rebels catch me. Nice. Yeah. Do that. We're gonna max this out. And then I think 3 shield layers plus max engines is good. And then I can start maxing out artillery beam to get some more offense. And then I think that's honestly pretty good. At that point, I'll first max this out, then this, then do some subsystem upgrades, and then if I still have more scrap after that, then I'll get 4 shield layers. I think that's the strat. No, buddy, you don't know what you got yourself into. Alright, I always forget that these things can also shoot down. Hacking. It's a bit odd. But this guy's only got 2 shield layers. What are you doing, buddy? We're really late in the game now. You can't be walking in here with only 2 shield layers. Oh, it didn't even destroy it, though. It only stunned it temporarily. Okay, cool. Sucks to suck, I guess. Oh, that's really good. I mean, I can't... Once again, I've already got maxed out augmentations. I can't actually fit everything. But 4 fuel and 59 scrap is really good. There's no way I'd get more from that by killing them. Once again, it would be nice to put these in cargo, but Sadly, that's not an option. Yeah, I don't think Life-Torn Scammer is worth missing out on the long-range scanners. That's a shame. Yeah, I'll just buy that. More engine power. Actually, you guys should heal. I haven't done that, even though I can. Next sector. Rock homeworlds or pirate controlled? I mean, honestly, I'd rather deal with pirates than rock. And it's not like I'm gonna... Like, aside from the quest to unlock the cruiser, I don't think there's anything special about the rock homeworlds. I don't know. Maybe if you get deep enough into the game, like number crunching, maybe it is better. I wouldn't know. So what's here? Asteroid field? I can deal with an asteroid field. Should I get more power? I guess. I am going to need that power pretty soon, so I might as well, honestly. Yeah, boarding rocks are annoying. Yeah, pretty much. Ooh, asteroid's doing some of my work for me. Not bad. But they are keeping its shields low, even though they haven't had a chance to recover their shields because of all the asteroid hits. Nice. But they do have 30% evasion, which is pretty good. I'm not too worried about missiles, though. I mean, yeah, rocks do tend to have more missiles, but... I mean, for the most part, just disabling their weapons immediately solves that. When it comes to teleporters, though, you can't really shoot those first. It just doesn't quite work that way. That was some pretty lucky dodging on their end. Just make sure that doesn't happen again. Die. Another augmentation. Okay, I guess the game is just mocking me because it's throwing all these augmentations at me that I can't fit into my ship. But at the same time, the fact that I'm missing out on all these things doesn't really matter because my ship is so powerful anyways. What kind of sick, twisted joke is this? Unbelievable. Oh. Well, here we go. I could lose a crew from this, but I could also get stuff. I guess I'll just... No, there's no reason to take the risk. Let's just take the safe bet. I want to make sure all these are powered, so the pre-igniter turns them on immediately. Not that it matters, because it turns out it's a store. And of course, they're not even... What? No. You're joking. There's no way. Another burst laser 2. So I take 53.73. I would have to sell another thing. Wow. I'm so... Wow. I'm a little at a loss for words. That's really good. Let's see, Sector 7. Yeah, I think I'm comfortable selling the long-range scanners now. Because I do want to keep the reverse ion field. And with the way things have been going, I'll probably just get another augmentation in like 5 seconds. Scrap recovery arm in the 7th sector is a bit of a troll, though. The game is trolling me a little bit here. But triple burst laser 3 with pre-igniter. That is a that is a salvo straight from Lud himself, the Hammer of Lud, striking down the heathens. Damn. That's really good. I'm gonna counter your hacking with my own hacking. Again, they've got double beams, which should be threatening, plus a burst laser, but with my evasion and my shield strength, that's not really that threatening. So I guess I'll just go right after their shields, huh? Now, if I could if I could squeeze in a last weapon, a beam weapon would be a good choice, like a pike beam. Because I've already got lots of laser shots. Now, obviously, to complete this set, another burst laser would be really cool, but I think in terms of actual effectiveness, having something that's got perfect accuracy would be nice. Wow, some of those shots even during cloaking. We need one more burst laser too for the lull. That would be really cool. Cross your fingers, folks. We might actually pull it off. Let's go after your evasion. There we go. 27 scrap is really not good, considering we're in the 7th sector. I should be getting more. I'm being underpaid for my work. I am overqualified for killing pirates, if that's all they're giving me. 27 scrap, really? Yeah, I could use... That's cheap fuel, I'll take that. Of course I'm going to attack the ship. That's not even a question. Fire everything at weapons. I mean, you guys jumped into the airlock. It's not my fault if I open it by accident. You know, oops, my hand slipped. I opened the airlock and now I'm committing a war crime by depriving you guys of oxygen. My bad. Just a little oopsie. Rocks are susceptible to suffocation due to fire resistance. That is technically true because fire does burn away the oxygen, and while they're not taking fire damage, they are going to lose... They're going to start dying from asphyxiation. Well, thank you, some dude, for another $2. Oh no, they destroyed my artillery beam. Anyways. Okay. There we go, 54 scrap. Now that's what I'm talking about. Let's see. They're both about even on repair skill. There's not much to do with there. I just need to farm up some more scrap to max out my engines, because getting up to 55 evasion is pretty crucial. So I think this, you spend a drone to avoid fight, but I want to fight, so I'm going to not do that. Just going to hack the piloting, and then... That is some long... Oh god, here comes the missile. Cross your fingers. It's basically a coin toss whether those hit or not, and that is a beefy looking missile. And now they can't shoot anymore. And now that I have cloaking, We can finish this. Man, I'm getting sleepy. Might want to set my ship to autopilot. Come on, rebels. I know I called you cringe before, but you could at least put up a little bit of a threat. What's your Nixerlin settings for the Hyper playthrough? Did you change anything from the default? No, I'm pretty sure it's just set to the default for Nixerlin. Except I'm pretty sure the Prism Freeport is on by default and I turned that off. But I think that's about it. Wow. 36 scrap. Not the best, but it's something. Why did you turn Prism Freeport off? Mostly because it's supposed to be there to give you easier access to a lot of... from my understanding, it's supposed to give you easier access to just weapons and stuff that you would normally have a hard time finding, and I just thought that wasn't necessary. I'm a little biased against mods changing the core worlds, and so adding a Freeport in the middle of the core worlds just kind of doesn't vibe with me. Although I guess there's not really anything wrong with it. That's just the way I look at it. I don't think that quest is actually going to work properly because the next sector is the final sector. So I think I'm just stealing those 5 drones, basically. Ah, cloaking. I swear every enemy seems to have cloaking. Maybe that's just a... You know, you just get to the light sectors, everybody's got cloaking. Which makes the pre-anarch... Oh god, they've got double burst laser too. That's actually a pretty competent weapon setup. Huh. Ooh. Ooh. That was some pretty crucial dodges. That was tight. And now it's over. So I would actually like to ideally power down my hacking to let the guy out of the piloting seat so that he could stop charging the FTL, because he's trying to leave on his own. Okay. I just barely managed to stop them without hacking. Man, they are on fire. They're not doing well. Let's make it worse. No, I'm not going to expect to surrender. You can die. What a foolish question. I'm surprised they can FTL while being hacked. Yeah, when the hacking is on cooldown, they can still charge their FTL. 40? For nothing? I'll take it. I mean, there was some risk there. Obviously, bad things can happen. But it paid off. We're so close. I want that max evasion. And I want it now. Anyone else find it strange that you can sell remnant ship hulls on the black market? Yeah, it is a bit weird. But you can't sell to your own faction. I guess at least for your own faction, you still gotta keep up appearances, if I had to guess. Hey, look, there we go. Emergency respirators. That'll make boarding drones less annoying, at least. Demod tier list. Well, first I'd have to do the hull mod tier list before that. But that's also a good, like, April Fool's kind of type beat. Here's a tier list for demods. Alright, let's make a beeline for that repair. getting ready for... It's the final stretch. Flagship, here we come. Oh, I'm going to upgrade the... Now that we're in the final sector, we can earn a lot of scrap by killing these ships. So hopefully I'll be able to upgrade the artillery beam. I should be able to, because I'm gonna get the engines maxed out, and then the next thing I'm gonna do is the artillery beam. I like that idea. You've improved the verisimilitude of the game for me. Oh, you're welcome. If you ever need any good explanations, I can come up with something off the... I could pull something out of my ass, and it might not even be canon, but we can just pretend it's canon, if it makes more sense. I guess I want to go after the cloaking. Because that is annoying. Just make sure they can't do that. It's a bit hard for them to get an ion cascade going when I've got the ion resistance. Would S tier be demods punishing the most punishing or least punishing? Least punishing, right? Because we're thinking about it from the player's perspective. That's a lot of missing, but I mean, evasion 45, it's kind of inevitable. Alright. Alright, drone, it's over. Might want to throw an upgraded piloting, just make sure it doesn't die in one hit. Yeah, that's true. I'll grab that, grab that. And then if I need more evasion, I'll just shift over from oxygen over to engines. And the next thing I'm going to need is I want to upgrade this a couple of times and then get enough power for it. And that will be good. I'll just do that by killing stuff and getting to these repair stations. I'll take that free stuff, thank you very much. I don't think that the store is really going to offer me anything at this point. Unless it's another burst laser, but even then I'd have to sell. I don't know if emergency respirators are actually worth that much. See, this is the annoying thing, is the repairs are all set up at the start, but depending on RNG, they might just get eaten by rebel forces immediately. You can see the other two are just gone. It would be nice if the repairs would, like, get selected last, at the very least. See, they've got a teleporter, because of course they do. But it's fine. Yeah, I don't think you guys are going anywhere. Good luck. Even with flak, you're not breaking through my shields. Sorry. Sucks to suck. Skill issue. Bye-bye. Gratitude? Oh, I see. So you're poor. You should have known better, scum. You should have been born richer. And then you wouldn't have to face my wrath. You expect me to save you for free? Ain't no free lunch in this sector, I'll tell you that much. Honestly, I should have let the rebels just win. If this is the kind of people who are living in the Federation, I should have just let the rebels win, honestly. Gratitude, is that something you eat? Oishi. Abandoned station near the beacon. Yeah, okay, free stuff. Cool. Take that. We take free. Free is good. Damn rebels. That's annoying. Yeah, it looks like Yeah, it looks like we're not going to be able to actually upgrade it too much. That's a bit unfortunate. Okay. Yeah, I think it's as simple as, yeah, turn off the evasion, slam the shields, call it a day. Wow. 9 lasers is actually just able to wipe out their crew. That's disgusting. Yeah, because I would have to jump through here, and then maybe I could get to this to get a little more scrap, but it's unlikely. So I can get it down to a 30-second cooldown, which is not bad. I mean, 20 is still like 50, that's still a 50% higher rate of fire, which would be really good. I'm kind of stuck with this, though. Yeah, I don't think we're getting any further than this. I mean, I have beaten them before when they hacked my shields, but... wow. Off to a good start, I see. Mid-bay +1 upgrade, nobody plans on being hit. I'm not sure what you mean by that. What do you mean by that? Thank you for the $2, some dude. Do I want to try and fight this? I guess I'll just, you know, do a little... tickle them a little bit. Because if I hack this and then fire everything at the missile, that's a 9. So that should shut it off, right? Yeah, so I can shut that off. I might be able to do this even though they've hacked my shields. That would be the real gig. That's like the Giga Chad move. It's like, oh, you hacked my shields? Don't care. Didn't ask. L plus ratio. And just completely nuke their shields. Yeah. The only issue, of course, is now hacking, so now they have time to repair and hack my shields. Don't like that. Alright, we'll let the RNG decide which ones get hit. And it chose well. It chose well. And then the artillery beam comes in with the clean sweep. We took like 4 damage. Let's go. So in theory I could chase after it. And then if it jumps somewhere else, I might be able to clean up one of these spots and get a little more. Just a little more. Honestly, getting a little more power would actually be nice, because if you can get 2 points into oxygen, it counteracts the oxygen loss from a breach. Yeah, I think I'm going to max out my power here. And we're going to chase after them. Imagine being the rebel capital ship and you're just getting your ass kicked by some random enemy cruiser. Yeah, and it's by a cruiser that's been just hacked together using random scrap you found throughout the sector, too. Oh, right, they've got a defense drone now. Yeah, I need to toggle it back and forth to actually bypass that, if I wanted to. Or I could just shoot. So pretty sure if I put 2 points into oxygen and then open that, then this should keep the oxygen in this room pretty steady. So we did kill that, okay. Let's get there and repair it. Okay, there we go. We got the drone in place. Or the hacking in place. Now we can hack, get the guaranteed hits, make sure that stays off. Okay, I think our crew is healed up enough. Now we can switch over to that. Oh wait, I didn't actually finish repairing the breach. Oops. My mistake. Fix that up, please. Hey, look at that. 1 point in the piloting came in handy here. And they got my hacking, of course. I think I'm just going to go for the kill here. I'm not going to try and defend too much. Because we're kind of on fire just a little bit. Yeah, let's just finish him off. There we go. There we are. Alright, you can go heal. Alright, that was a little sketchier, but we made it. Okay. So we do need to heal you. Heal both of you. We still going? We still going. The Federation cruiser is pretty good. And it's jumping back, straight back towards the base. Really? Why? Why do you have to do this to me? Why couldn't you jump, like, over here, which would then give me time to collect some scrap from one of these? You're such a pain in the ass. Alright, is there anything I can upgrade for 20? I don't think so. Even sensors isn't able to do that. Alright, well, I guess here we go. What sector? Last stand? Oh, yeah. We're about to do the final stage of the final boss. Like, this is the end game. Ah, they hacked. Oh no. No. Jackass. Swap these guys out. Wait, what the? Oh, I guess they're sending in enough guys that they could just get through. Okay. Oh, that is not good. Okay, when does the mind control end? You know, it's been too long. Damn. This is going on for way too long. Okay, dodge. Just, no, that's... Oh, God. I think we're cooked. Yeah, unfortunately, I didn't quite get... Like, if I had cloaking, this would be so much easier, but sadly... How long does the mind control last? Let it end already. Okay, there we go. Okay, we did hit them with the artillery beam. Now we can get them with hacking. Oh, the missile just came online. No! Oh, boy. Oh, and the piloting just went off as the missile fired. Are you serious? That has to be scripted. There is no way this is real. There's no way that's real. The fire broke the piloting right as... The timing on that is like a movie. Wow. Now let's look at the stats. Weeping Pulsar. Second highest after the one that actually beat the game. RIP. This is what we call cooked. Yeah. We're cooked. It was close. F. Better luck next time, Space Cowboy. Yeah, thank you. It was so close. I can't believe it, but I did this with the other one too, didn't I? This really is a 6 Rift Beam moment. Very true. Bro visited his last stand. This is the unluckiest last sector I've ever seen so far. In this game, even the strongest ships can die. Apparently, some of the people who've really min-maxed this game can consistently beat this. Now, I'm not that level. So, I still die. Rest in peace. Well, I think that's been almost 3 hours for one run. It's pretty good. So I'm going to call it here. Thank you for watching, everybody. Take your complimentary lobster on the way out. Provided by our sponsor, Tritachyon. One cooler guy. Thank you for the 6969. F's in chat, lads. The flagship used testicular torsion on your ship, sir. Rest in peace. Thank you for the funny number. We spam lobster in chat. Yeah, thank you for everyone showing up. Hope everybody had fun. I'll see you all next time.